This video is brought to you by Spirit.tf. Spirit.tf is an automated trading site that buy and sell thousands of items with some very reasonable prices. As you guys know, I use this site all the time, so be sure to check them out in the description below. Hey guys, it's Pyro here, and welcome to the final episode of my Nothing to Something series. I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage, but yeah, this is the grand finale of the series. I know I might be a little bit sad, but in this episode I get the last few trades done for the series, and then I'll show you guys what I bought for my endgame. Before I go on with this video, I just want to thank you all for watching the series until now. I've come a long way from the start of the series, and I feel like I've become a much better trader than I used to be, and I really hope that you guys learned something as well. I really appreciate all the kind feedback that you guys gave me in the videos. It's been a huge source of motivation to keep going, and I just can't thank you guys enough for everything. But without further ado, let's get right into the first trade of the finale. I found someone who wanted to buy the Sunbeam's Princess Pride for 38 keys. If you guys remember from the last episode, I did pay 38 keys for this unusual, but this princess was extremely inflated, so I thought I should just re-quick sell it, and ended up making 3 keys of profit. I also saw that at the time there was a price suggestion to get this lowered to 42 to 45 keys from its original price of 56 to 57 keys. I knew that if the price got lowered that it would be pretty much impossible for me to make a profit, so that's just why I sold it for such a cheap price. For the next trade, I saw that someone was quick selling a Stormy Storm head splitter for 42 keys. This is normally worth 60 keys, so I was getting a pretty nice deal. The unusual itself doesn't look too bad, but the reason why I bought this was because I just needed a little bit more backpack value to actually get to my end goal. So now for the part of the video that you guys have all been waiting for, the end game. I had the Bonzo Cotton Head and that Stormy Storm head splitter, which is almost 400 keys in unusual value. So I've been saying throughout this whole series that my end goal was the Scorching Flames Modest Pile of Hat. Well, this was actually a decoy. I didn't want anyone to realize what my real end goal was and then exploit me into paying some crazy amount, so I just told you guys a bit of a lie, which probably worked out okay in the end because this endgame is actually going to be a surprise for most of you. Okay, so the real goal that I was aiming for all along was a Scorching Flames rotation sensation. The rotation sensation is easily my favourite hat in the entire game, and I'm honestly surprised that it's priced so low. As you guys know, Scorching Flames is my favourite effect, so this was my dream hat. So I went on to Outpost and Backpack.tf to try and find a seller. The only one that was on the market was asking for much higher than I can afford, and they only wanted pure. It also had been listed for 7 months, so I could tell this guy would be happy to hold on to it for a pretty long time. I still added him and asked if he would accept my offer of my 2 unusuals, but he wasn't really interested. I then bought Backpack.tf Premium so I could track down the other owners of this hat, but all of them weren't very interested. So this forced me to kind of change my end goal, which actually worked out better for me in the long run. I looked around on Backpack.tf for unusuals that I liked, and I ended up going with the Green Energy Rotation Sensation. I was lucky enough to find around 5 different sellers of this unusual, and I ended up trading one of them and offered my Bonzo Cotton Head for the Rotation Sensation plus 60 keys on their end. I felt that this was a pretty fair offer, seeing that I was still overpaying by quite a lot. They did end up accepting the trade, and I got my unusual. But now I still had the Stormy Storm head splitter sitting in my backpack, so I decided to buy a Scorching Flames rubber glove. I looked on Backpack.tf and I only found one seller of this unusual, and the unusual that he had was unfortunately duped. I know it doesn't change how the hat looks or anything, but seeing as this was my end game, I wanted something kind of special, and so I used the Backpack.tf Premium again to track down another owner of this hat. I ended up finding someone who was willing to sell it, and so I offered my Stormy head splitter, and they said it would be fine. So now I had the Green Energy Rotation Sensation and the Scorching Flames rubber glove, but I still had the 60 keys pure. So with the remaining keys, I decided to buy a bunch of cosmetics that I've been wanting to get for a long time but never really got around to buying them. I also bought all the taunts that I didn't have, and I also bought specialized kill streaks for all of my strange weapons with the Team Shine effect. This is the point in my trading career where I can honestly say that I feel really happy with my backpack. But I'm sure you guys are dying to see what the unusuals look like, so here they are. But yeah, I'm really happy with how all of my classes have turned out. I think getting the 2 different unusuals was a good idea because it gives me a little bit more freedom. The green energy rotation sensation just looks really nice. I added the after 8 paint, which I think it makes it look much better. After 8 is almost the exact same shade of grey as the rest of the hat, so I think it works out really well. As for the effect itself, I mean, who doesn't love the energy effects? And as you guys know, green is my favourite colour, but I also really like blue, and green energy has a little bit of blue at the top, which looks great. The scorching glove also looks amazing. The glove is one of the more cheaper pyro hats, and I think it's a bit underrated for actually what it is. I painted it white to match my other pyro cosmetics that I usually like to wear with it, and I think it worked out really well. Because the glove is such a small hat, if I wear it with my max head, it kind of looks like I have a scorching max head, which is pretty cool. So after all of that trading, I had 5 keys left, so I'm just going to give them away to 5 random people from my Steam group, so if you want a chance to enter, feel free to join my Steam group. There'll be a link for that in the description below. But anyway guys, that's pretty much everything that happened to get my dream backpack. Again, thank you so much to everyone who stuck with me through this trading journey. There were times that were pretty challenging, and the series definitely had its ups and downs, but I just hope that I gave you guys some inspiration to show you that you can really go from nothing and work your way up to some pretty cool items. I also want this to be a message to anyone who says the TF2 economy is dead, because this is pretty much proof that you can still make profit in 2016. Thanks once again for everyone who watched this series, and I hope that you guys learnt with me as I made the series. I had a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed them as well. I'm not too sure what my next series will be, so maybe leave some of your ideas in the comments below. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe for more of my future videos, and I hope you have a nice day.